Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Shokugeki no Soma, San no Sara, or you can call it Food Wars, the third plate, or Shokugeki no Soma, third season on episode 9. This episode right here was actually pretty cool. I actually enjoyed it, looking forward to more. Hopefully, it keeps doing what it does, and I look forward to see where it's gonna head out from here on out, because it gets me excited, and the way how it was adapted was just perfect. So if anything else, let's go. We have to it that the Polar Star dormitory members are trying to defend their home, but eventually the eviction gets canceled because of Soma's match, of course. And thanks to that, Soma does succeed, etc., and everyone was very happy. Rindo, on the other hand, reflects back on Ishiki's words by saying by remembering what Ishiki told Rindo, by saying this guy Soma knows that a true worthy of a chef is gauged by its creations and their skill and effort. It's not by freaking Aizen's stupid rigged matches, which I'm really glad he got humiliated and got his butt handed on pretty badly. So Rindo, on the other hand, compliments Ishiki by telling that he really predict what the outcome would be. Soma comes home, and everyone, on the other hand, really rants at Soma for being very reckless and doing something really stupid. But eventually, they thank him very much for saving their home. But Soma goes "This is my home after all." Everyone comes to a celebration, and the Aldini brothers end up showing up at Yuki Heroes' dorm, and of course, Takumi does not lecture Soma at all for his recklessness or his skill or his willing to put his entire life on the line to save his home, because he would have done the same thing as well, even if the match was rigged. And we see to it that everyone was just enjoying themselves and having fun. Of course, Erina-chan does not like the Chan thing and etc. Everyone was just enjoying themselves. Although Soma does say I'm the one that chose the topic against Aizen senpai. I couldn't face him in his real speciality, and if I did, who knows what would happen. But Soma does not find the match very satisfying, since he did not face Aizen to his full 100%. Of course, Rindo does say this at somewhere around the beginning of the episode, before she had a flashback, or after she had a flashback with Ishiki senpai, by saying if Aizen actually bet his 9th seat on the line, he would actually go all out. But that was not the case. Ishiki comes home and ends up congratulating Soma and decides to party with everyone, seeing that the Polar Star dormitory is saved. But we had to it that they thought Ishiki senpai might betray them, but he goes "No, why would I betray you? You guys are my members of the freaking Polar Star dorms. Why would I do that?" And we had to it that Ishiki senpai also says thanks to Soma by saying, "Because of you and the results of what you did, you managed to bring Shokugeki back to life again. Instead of being a rigged match, it will be judged fairly and in a neutral standpoint by the judges alone." Therefore, everybody was happy about that. And of course, Erina and Hisako are pretty surprised about Ishiki's naked apron, etc., which is really, really freaking hilarious. Aside from that, we had to it that we do get to know that Ishiki, along with Megashima Tosuke and Kuga Terunori of the Elite 10, which, of course, Megashima is the 3rd seat, Kuga is the 8th seat, while Ishiki, of course, is the 7th seat. We have to it that they get stepped down because they don't agree with Central's ideas. Of course, Rindo senpai was trying to convince them otherwise. It does not work like that. Eventually, thanks to Ishiki's laws and everything that he worked behind the scenes, the Shokugeki matches would not be rigged anymore, and we had to be judged fairly in the other sentences, and not be some kind of f***ed up way to expel anyone, especially when Aizen senpai did that. Of course, one of the Elite 10, the 6th seed, Kuku Nene-san, of course, was against the rigged match in the first place, and of course stares at Aizen senpai because of his freaking ridiculous methods. Of course, Momo senpai does not enjoy that fact, but they will have to deal with it anyway. We have to it that everybody decides to, the next day after that, we have to it that that when it comes to Central, of course, facing off against the Elite 10 or the anti-Azami administration for the clubs, or trying to keep their clubs alive, We have to it that the groups at the Polar Store dorm with Yuki Heroes, the Aldini brothers, and the members of the Polar Store dorms, of course, they decide to try like talk about what to do next for the time being, because they have a couple research clubs that they don't want to lose as well, which is really hilarious. So we have to it that we have one group that's going to Hall A, which is Yoshino-chan, along with one of the Aldini brothers and Sakaki, and then Group B will head to the Hall B group will have Hisako and those two guys, and then I forgot the glasses guy, but he's part of the Polar Star dorm. And of course, we have two at the Hall C will consist of Takumi Aldini along with Yuki Hira and Megumi-chan. We have to it that the match does involve with two of the Elite 10 going up against some research societies, of course. But of course, it was Momo-chan against a chocolate research society and Aizen-senpai against the Western Cuisine Research Society. And we had to it that that Soma was wondering where the Dawn RS is at, along with the Xiaomi research group, but they were kind of concerned of what's to come. We had to it that the outcome was pretty predictable, because Momo-senpai and Aizen won their matches fairly in an effortless way. And we had to it that some of the warriors that are handpicked by Central ends up entering the ring as well. But apparently we have to it that they decide to take them on in their speciality of what they hone in, apparently, and they end up losing, of course. Of course, these four people, of course, won effortlessly, while one of them ends up bragging that you all should like him. Let me see here. Freaking, how am I supposed to say it? Listen to Central, and that's the only way you do it. Of course, that was like Kusunoki Rentaro or whatever. I don't care what his name is, because he's just a D-bag in a certain way. Of course, like when he said that out loud, we have to that Yukihira and Takumi just show up and say, we're not gonna listen to you like that. He goes like, who are you guys? And he ends up bragging about being handpicked by Azami of the Central Elite 10, of course. And we have to it that Takumi mocks him by saying, for you to brag like that and be some kind of chosen warrior or something of Azami's central ideals, is it that you lack so much self-esteem and you're cooking so terrible? We have to it that I love the fact how Takumi just smart-mouthed him so badly, and freaking like Rentaro gets really ticked up and said, hey, I'm gonna kick your freaking butt right now, right here and now. Of course, he gets dragged away by one of the second years, of course, because he knows he's gonna go freaking wild, etc. But aside from that, we have to it that the episode ends up with Alice-chan and Ryokun getting ready to like have a match. But apparently it was Kurokiba that's gonna have a match against Rentaro, apparently. Because like apparently we have to it that Alice did not care about the research society, but he ends up like mocking and freaking like calling cheapskates or riffraffs or something. Of course, this really ticked off freaking Kurokiba and says, I'm gonna send you the hell with my cooking. I'm like, yeah, tell this off, dude. And we have to it that Alice-chan does tell Ryokun to like win in the cutting edge in this match as a chef of the cutting edge cuisine society or something. We have to it that Rentaro says, I'm gonna crush you back so hard because of what happened to me today. And of course, Kurokiba tells him back, you wanna freaking crush me? Well, I'm gonna crush your freaking butt back. Let's go. And we have to it that the post-credit scene does have Momo-senpai being shy, doesn't talk to Soma because of what's happening. Apparently, we get to know that she does not have a conversation with like people unless they get used to her for about a month. Well, a month, that is, for her. And of course, we have to it that the Shokugeki between Kurokiba and freaking Rentaro is about to begin, which I really look forward to. Because that guy insulted Kurokiba to a point where he goes like, what the hell are you calling me riffraff? I'm gonna kick your ass, you know? Okay, sorry for my mouth right there, but it's usually rare for me to like cuss here and there, but I usually try to make sure I keep my mouth at least around PG rated at least. But, you know, that's just me being idiotic. But aside from that, the episode was really good. I really enjoyed it. Like, because in other simple summaries, in a simple paragraph, if you want the recap, is we have to it that because of Soma's efforts and his results in the Shokugeki, thanks to Ishiki Senpai as well, we have to it that the Shokugeki would not be rated and would have to be judged fairly, which I really enjoy a lot because Aizen Senpai is nothing more than a freaking little cheapskate that needs to go burn in a freaking frying pan and get out and go into the fire. But aside from that, we have to it that the groups of the Polar Star Dorm decides to go into groups to Hall A, Hall B, and Hall C to check out the enemy that they will have to take on eventually. Especially Megumi-chan, who's a part of the club, along with like one of the other like Polar Star Dorms being part of a club as well. So I look forward to see how this one goes. But aside from that, the episode does end off with Kurokiba going up against Rentaro, who threatens Alice and Kurokiba's territory, of course. When it comes to like the other matches, of course, they pretty much lost in a very devastating way. 3-0, obviously, etc. Or 0-3 in a certain way. Aside from that, I look forward to the next episode because that is where it's gonna get really hectic, really crazy and good. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm off with Zara, people. Have a good day. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. Peace out. Bye bye. Choo-choo-choo!